Hi everyone, today we're answering the question of Honeybook versus QuickBooks, which one is right for you when it comes to bookkeeping and accounting. And I think this question is kind of like asking if you want fruit or an apple. It's not an exact comparison because they're not tools that are built to do the exact same thing. So let's dive in. Okay, so I'm over here in Honeybook. I'm not gonna show you the inside of my QuickBooks account, no offense. But QuickBooks is built to be an accounting software. It's built for bookkeeping specifically, and it's pretty much the industry standard. When it comes tax time, my accountant can actually just log into my QuickBooks, see everything without being able to really alter it, and get all the information that she needs. That's not going to be available with something like Honeybook. Honeybook, as well as Dubsado, 17 Hats, these are the other platforms that I talk about that are CRMs, which stands for Client Relationship Manager. So this is about managing client relationships. It's not about bookkeeping necessarily. So you'll see so many things here that QuickBooks cannot do, like tasks, calendar, projects, yes, bookkeeping and reports. But when you go into tools, there's templates, there's automated workflows, there's time tracking, the Chrome extension, batch emails. Those are really cool. I have videos on those as well. You can accept payments. You can't do that in QuickBooks, but you can do so much more here than you can do in QuickBooks. So I want you to think of Honeybook as an overarching client and project management platform, and then QuickBooks just as a bookkeeping platform. So I'll show you in Honeybook what you can do as far as bookkeeping, and you can just click the bookkeeping tab here. So you have all your payments listed. You can have anything that's paid and outstanding. You can filter through these, look at them. All of your expenses, so you can create expenses and track them here. You pretty much have to upload them manually, which kind of stinks. I make like hundreds of payments a month, and so I'd have to do them individually here. Your profit and loss as well, you're going to be able to pull that out by any time frame. I don't really use this particular account because it's my demo account, so I don't have any money there. And this will categorize by your project categories you have set up. So I have like social stationery, wedding stationery, coaching, all those kind of things programmed in here, and it'll give you the profit and loss for each one. The problem here, and why we're looking at like this as fruit versus apples, is that this is only going to take into account the income that you get from Honeybook. So if you also make sales on Etsy, if you also make sales in person, if you sell on your website directly via Shopify or something, those sales are not going to pull into here. I don't think there's a way to add, there's no way you can add an expense that occurs outside of Honeybook, but you can't add a payment that occurs outside of Honeybook. So all you're going to get in here is just your Honeybook bookkeeping. And that's why it's not necessarily the best solution for most businesses, because most businesses are making money in a lot of different ways, and that's awesome. So there are simple bookkeeping capabilities here in Honeybook, but it's not going to give you everything that you want. Whereas with QuickBooks, you can actually connect as many banks as you want. So you can connect your Stripe account, you can connect your PayPal account, your Wells Fargo account, any of your credit cards, all those kind of things can be connected, and it'll pull all of them. When you go into your reports, it's very different than what you might expect for bookkeeping reports. It's not like your profit and loss. It's more about kind of how much you've made, as well as making sure that you do better. And I actually like this function of Honeybook. I don't like to think of it as a bookkeeping function, but I like this functionality because it's going to make you better at your job. They're going to have little things here like your success rate. That's how many proposals you sent and invoices you sent and how many of them booked. That's really cool and really helpful to your business. It's not necessarily bookkeeping, but it's really helpful to your business. You're going to have knowing where your leads come from. So you can program in all these different places that your leads can come from. You can customize that. And then it's going to show you not only where they're coming from, but which ones are booking, how much money they're bringing in, their conversion rate, your time to booking. So you can actually use this information in a lot of really productive ways that, again, this is not specifically bookkeeping, but it's really helpful and valuable to your business. And then of course you can pull some analytics reports as well, which are going to include the payments as well as where the leads came from, but are, again, not going to be as detailed as something you get from a real accounting software like QuickBooks. Okay, so you might have seen when we went in here, there's a QuickBooks tab. Before we get into this, I just want to let you know that I do have a 50% off coupon code as well as discount link that you can use for Honeybooks. I also have one that'll get you 50% off QuickBooks. I'll put them both in the description of this video, and I'll link the Honeybook one in the corner here. You can start with Honeybook for less than $5 a month, so it's a really wonderful intro into client relationship management softwares. You can test it out. They'll help you get your forms set up when you start out, and they have a lot of really good forums. Of course, I have a ton of videos on it too if you ever have questions. But it's a really good intro client relationship project management tool because you can get started for literally less than $5 a month if you use my link. QuickBooks has 3 different plan options, and with the 50% off link, they do start at about $9 a month. So what you'll see here is that Honeybook actually integrates with QuickBooks. So if you have both, there's a way to make them connect so that you have all the functionality of both. So you have Honeybook as client relationship management, sending questionnaires, sending proposals, sending invoices, collecting payments, sending contracts, sending proofs, all of the really awesome things that you can do there. And then you also have the functionality of bookkeeping in QuickBooks. And if you hire an accountant, they'll love you for it because it's the industry standard and they'll be really excited. So once you integrate this with your QuickBooks account, it only works with the 3 QuickBooks Online accounts. So if you have the desktop or the self-employed, those will not integrate, but if you have QuickBooks Online, it will integrate. Once you do this integration, what will happen is you'll have every invoice that's created on Honeybook will automatically sync and be connected in QuickBooks as well. So you'll have those invoices and you'll have the payments that are associated with them. One thing that's cool, so you can integrate QuickBooks with 17 Hats or Dubsado as well. But what happens with those is they don't accept their own payments. So they accept payments through Stripe or Square or PayPal or other places. So when they pull the invoice into QuickBooks, it's going to show up as a charge for say $100 without the credit card processing fee included. And then you're going to get this payment from Stripe that's like, $97. So it's going to have that processing fee. So it's going to be hard to match those up since they're not the right amount and you have to do some manual work to do that. Honeybook, on the other hand, processes their own payments. So when the invoice comes in to QuickBooks, it's already going to have that processing fee taken out. It's going to be a lot easier to match them up. So as far as integrating with QuickBooks, I do think Honeybook has a leg up on Dubsado or 17 Hats in that regard. I don't necessarily think that's a game changer. So if there's something else about 17 Hats or Dubsado that is really important to your business, you can definitely work around it. But if everything else is equal and you're looking at the bookkeeping capabilities, I think Honeybook is the winner. So I hope this was a little helpful showing you about Honeybook bookkeeping capabilities, how you can integrate it with QuickBooks. If you have any questions on either of these, please let me know and check out the other videos on our channel. We do have those 50% off discount links that you can use for QuickBooks and for Honeybook that I'll put in the description of this video. And you can use code LANEY if you've already started your free trial on Honeybook to take advantage of that 50% discount.